Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Posh Cat Eyes Unfiltered. Welcome back to our final recaps of Married at First Sight season 10. This year's season has just, been a little bit of a hit and miss. There's been the drama and there's been the underwhelming, episodes that sometimes I don't even want to run a recap on, but I just have to because, I started something and I like to finish it. And so we see the final commitment vows today from the final 3 couples that are still on the experiment or the sky suit. But before we get into the commentary of the night, let's get into some housekeeping and a gentle reminder, guys. Again, thank you so much to my latest subbies. Welcome to the Posh family. Thank you for joining us. Again, go through my playlist. There should be something that you would like now that Married at First Sight is slowly coming to an end with just 2 more episodes to run. So I'll have to go back to my regular programming. And for my existing subbies who know the drill, thank you for staying on board with us. I do appreciate the support that you guys have shown me the last couple of months. I think it's a year now, it is. And so without further ado, do not forget to like, comment, and share this channel with your friends. Let's go. So this episode saw the final 3 couples get evicted from the sky suit. And away they go to their various places of residence. Now, I think let's just kick off with how the show ran, and that was with Evelyn and Rupert. We saw them packing their bags, but this time it appears their act and scenes has just run its course, guys, because at this point in time in the game, they are no longer on speaking terms. And I cannot tell you how they got here, but I can tell you one thing, and that has been the consistency between these two. There has been no chemistry between them. They came here for a purpose, and that was to stir the pot, shake things up, cause chaos, and have a little bit of drama in the mix. That's exactly what their action or their purpose was. Did they deliver on that? Evelyn did, because I'm not sure why they did not consider the fact that mute Rupert wasn't going to be the one that will be best represented when it comes to what they wanted from these two. And so now that their time has kind of run its course, they are now sort of not longer seeing eye to eye, and they were evicted from the sky suit without even having to go back to their wedding day or even having to say bye to each other. It was that bad, and I guess you could see it coming, right? Yeah. And so when they walked to the altar to say their final speech, I'm not even going to call it vow. We were just waiting for them to just get off and be done with. And that's exactly what Evelyn did. I came in here, blah, blah, blah. It didn't work. I am not committing with you. You're not my person. And the same for Rupert. Yeah, you are a nice girl, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't get what I wanted, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to continue on. Oh my guys, this is exhausting. And they walked their separate ways. Good luck. It was that boring. Let's get into our favorite couple, and that was Ollie and Tani. We see them getting evicted from the sky suit straight onto their very residential palaces. Ollie went back to Bert, and it felt like he was having to consider the distance, which is their relationship, because that was the only hiccup that they have had all season long. Ollie lives in Perth and Tani lives in Sydney. And when he got home, he kind of realized that he's missed his family, and the decision to actually move into state was going to be harder than he thought, because he doesn't want to lose that family connection or that family bond. This was his dilemma. But in the end, his friend made him see reasons, try and figure it out. We know you're going to find the best decision that will best fit you. And come final vows, it was a very picturesque scene As they both walked up to the place where they were going to be exchanging their final vows, I think Ollie got there first and Tani arrived not long later, and it was just beautiful between these two. They shared their vows again. We can hear Tahneen's emotional undertone as she was reading out what she wrote. In the end, she felt he was such a good catch and she wasn't willing to let him go. And yes, Ollie reciprocated and saying, despite the distance, I want to be with you. And they hugged it out and kissed it out. And yes, I hope again these two do look good together, and I feel like they have got the matured and emotional intelligence to walk through anything that will be thrown at them once they get into the real world, or once they take their relationship into the real world. So here is to the very best for you, Ollie and Tani. And now we get on to the final couple for this season, and that is Lyndall and Cameron. Yes, as they left the sky suit, they got to get a throwback moment of their wedding, or when they first met. I do not know if it made any difference. It certainly did for Lyndall, or according to what she said. Cameron, on the other hand, was like, oh yeah, okay, it was a good moment, and yeah, we're done. So we see Cameron head back to Darwin, and Lyndall, I think, to Perth, if that's where she's from. I'm not sure now. And I think the camera just cut to him saying, I'm done. You know, it took me 10 seconds to make this decision, even though it apparently was a week. And he is not moving on with her. We saw that. He said that quite clearly, told his friend. And the friend was like, just say gently, don't break her heart. Yeah, you're going to break her heart, but please do it nicely. And I'm like, well, he hasn't done it all these episodes coming, so why now? What will be the difference? What will make any difference? We then tune over to Lyndall, who was having the debrief session with her mom. Her mom has actually been front and center, because we saw how she came into middle lane when they were having an argument and wanted Cameron to show a little bit of emotion, which he refused. And I think the mom actually saw this coming and sort of is now there for the daughter, you know, to help her grieve. And yeah, she said, you are better than this. You deserve better. You have survived the most horrendous disease and you are still here. And that means you can overcome this. So we already know they're going to call it quits, but it was just a matter of how it was going to be delivered. And yeah, came the D-Day for the final vows. You know, they both walked in and straight up, Lyndall wanted to go first. She read all that she read. And in the end, I think the final punchline from her speech was, stay in your lane, because I wrote it down, I'm quoting this. Stay in your lane and I will stay in mine. I want to build a life I will be proud of. And that doesn't include you. Will not be restricted by my body or by you. And Cameron's response was, well said. And just as he was about to get out his own vows to read, Linda was like, hang on a minute. I don't think I want to hear anything that you have to say, because that's going to get me further deep into my depression. So save your thought, keep it for the wall, and goodbye. Cameron threw a hissy fit. He literally like, no. I must say my piece. You must hear me say my piece. Why not? You said yours, I have to say mine. And then threw his vows on the floor. And we saw them both walk away from each other. Lyndall sort of feeling liberated. Oh, the drama. And Cameron, obviously, the tanty was just outpouring in spades. It was like, get me out of here. I am a celebrity. Get me to the car. And that is it, guys. Good riddance to bad rubbish, as I would always say. I cannot wait to unpack the reunion, because that is where, because I've been giving you the spoiler alert for the last couple of episodes, we get to see or find out how Taylor and Cameron sexted each other, or is it, I can't remember, is it text? I don't know how you call this with the new words these days, but there was an SMS exchange that was very revealing. And we also get to find out the rumor regarding Hugo and Lyndall, as well as Josh, PJ Josh, Melinda's toy boy hammer, and Lyndall. I'm like, how is this possible? What happened? And so yeah, it's gonna run for 2 nights. That is a Sunday night and a Monday night. So I'm gonna try as much as possible to unpack that here for you. We do go back to our regular programming of 1 day vlogs a week. Okay. In the meantime, guys, stay safe and be focused. Talk soon.